Take one.
Ready?
Yep. We're moving. Wait, hold on. I had your chest.
Sorry.
Wait a minute. Stay there. All right, I got a kennel in the background and the dog, and I got you. Go ahead.
Recording?
Yep.
Okay. How you doing? I'm Chris Cianci. In a minute you're going to meet Baxter. I wanted to go over some of the basic terms that I use. That way when you take the dog, you won't have to relearn new terms and things. I'll bring him out in a minute. Just a couple basic things. I use the word here for here. I don't use come. I use here, so he'll be used to that. I always make the dog heel on my left side, and I use the word heel. I also step back. When the dog's coming to my left side, I step back like this so the dog kind of has a place where he's going to end up. And then I'll take the bird from him over here, just so you get used to the hand motions I use. Obviously, I use sit. I've also trained him on whistle. Sit is one whistle blast for sit, and come or here, excuse me, is two whistle blasts. So sit's just, and then here or come in is. I also use the word fetch. I'll show you that in a minute with him and when to use it. When I receive a bird or a bumper from him, I use the word drop, so he should give it up. He's been holding birds since he was a young pup. The British dogs, they claim that they will retrieve a bird to hand. It's a natural something they've inbred in the dogs, and after seeing 3 of them work, I would say that's true. He's only dropped 3 or 4 probably in his life, and if you just tell him to hold, put the bird in his mouth and tell him to hold, he'll hold the bird. I use the word kennel, and kennel means get in the crate. Kennel means get in the truck. Kennel means get in your kennel, your chain link kennel too as well. It'll also work getting in a boat. If you're going to hunt him out of a boat, he knows kennel means get in a boat. Releasing him from the kennel, I use the word okay. Okay is a release command for a couple things, and I'll show you that. When I feed him, I always make him sit before I feed him, and I do that because I don't know who's going to end up with the dog. They might have young children. They might have an older person taking care of the dog, and I don't want the person being knocked down. I like to have the dog somewhat under control. If there's something that the dog shouldn't have, I just shot a bird, I take the bird from the dog and I toss it to the side. I don't want the dog to go get that bird. I want him to focus on what's going to happen next, and I use the word leave it. So leave it. If he picks up a sock in the house or something and you don't want him to have that, then I would say leave it, and he should know that too as well. For birds he hasn't seen, I use the word, I have him sitting by my side, I use the word dead, and then I tell him fetch. That's for a bird he has not seen. For a bird or a mark that he has seen, I use his name, Baxter, and he should go on his name. He's worked with 2 dogs, meaning I call one dog's name, and either dog I call should go, and so he's used to doing that too. But if he sees it, use Baxter. If he doesn't see it, I say dead, put my hand down, and then I say fetch, and he should go do that. I'm going to have him hunt up a bird he hasn't, not a bird, but a bumper he hasn't seen in a minute. I've trained him from the beginning to be quiet. I don't like dogs that bite, bark, or jump, so he has not done that since he's been young, or I corrected it real early, and again, he's been real easy to correct. If he does bark a little bit, this morning he was barking a little bit, my dogs were playing through the fence, and I just use the word quiet. If I have to, which I haven't for probably 7 or 8 months, but if I do, I'll just have to just grab his nose and tell him quiet, and he should be quiet. So that's that. I'll go ahead and bring him out now, so you'll get to see him. You'll watch how I get him out of the kennel. I make him sit, and then I'll tell him okay. Again, sit. He does know fetch, back, fetch. Good boy. Good. Sit. Sit. Good. Sit. Sit. She should stay. Sit. Sit. Back. Again, that's for a bumper that he sees. Good boy, heel. Back heel. He should hold it. I want him to hold it until I tell him to let go. Drop. Good boy. Sit. If it's down on the ground like that, fetch. Fetch it up. Good boy. Sit. Sit. Okay. That's good. Let's see, a couple other things. Sit. If I was going to feed him, I make him sit while he's going to be fed. I don't want him jumping or knocking people down. Sit. And he should wait. Sit. Okay. He should wait until I allow him. Again, I don't want him jumping on people. I'm not going to let him eat a whole lot. That's enough. I want him to be polite and hopefully have good manners. I've got some bumpers placed out here. Here, come here, come here. Get back here. Here. Sit. Sit. Good. Hopefully he can see the bumpers on the ground, but this is something that he hasn't seen. Sit. Sit. Good. Fetch. Should be able to send him for a bird that's down that perhaps he didn't see. Fetch it up. Here. Fetch here. Good boy. But that will be the command. Dead and then fetch. He should be able to do that, no problem. Sit. Sit. Come on, here. We're going to walk down here. Here, Baxter. Here, Baxter. Sit. We're going to walk down here. We've planted a bumper out ahead of time.